they still get sort of rubbish posts and that saying we need your money for this, or you know, get behind this charity?
They live in a isolated community. They're farmers, aren't they? They're farmers.
It's an agricultural community, and they're obviously very staunchly religious. And in actual fact, it would suit you very well, because you hate crowds, you hate groups of people, you don't like the modern world. Well, you'd love it down there, wouldn't you?
He wouldn't like getting up at 4 o'clock to milk a cow, though, would he?
Well, no, but he'd get used to it.
Go back to bed, can you?
It's probably out. I mean, have they got anything to do with the Hare Krishna people?
No, nothing at all.
Because out of all the religions, that's, you know, I'm not a religious person. I don't understand.
You're only saying Hare Krishna because you've got the head. That's the only reason you think
I'm halfway there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, out of all, you just what was that?
Well, he just fell out of my pocket where I'm nearly laying down.
That's the danger of wearing sweatpants everywhere you go.
I'm only ever lying down in a chair.
I'm you know, I've never been a religious type. You know, if people want to do it, I let them do it and what have you.
Good of you.
But out of all of them, I want one that's not going to take over your life. I don't want one where you've got to get up 3 times a day and you've got to go and pray and that you've got to get up early. Forget that. It's getting in the way. But if it's something like, I was walking to work the other day, right, across Oxford Street, there's a little Hare Krishna fella there, and he sort of had, he had a leaflet and stuff, and he said, you know, are you interested? And I said, what do you do? And he said, well, you know, we're against getting stressed out and what have you. And he gave me a plum. He handed out food for some reason. But I sort of asked a few questions.
Just the imagery. It's 2 bald people, one of which is wearing an orange top.
Holding a plum in the middle.
He hands the other one a plum. It's almost like you can imagine some kind of religious painting.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you know, what is their sort of main thing? Because he didn't really tell me that much. He was a Japanese bloke, so I didn't know what he was saying that much.
Why? He wasn't speaking English.
Not very well. He wasn't the best sales bloke to send out for them, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what's that? Are they? You're saying they're nothing like?
Well, I believe Hare Krishna is a kind of as an offshoot of a sort of Buddhist faith.
It is. I think they are Buddhist, aren't they?
Yeah, and obviously their kind of trademark, as it were, is that they have to say. I believe they have to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna in a certain rhythm, in a certain order, a certain amount of times per day. That's why you see them walking down the street saying Hare Krishna, because it's actually a sort of religious chant which they're obliged to do. So you see, even if you go into the Hare Krishna faith, you may find yourself, you know, in Tesco or whatever, forced to say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Out loud, not just thinking it.
Yeah, no, out loud.
You can put it on an iPod and
you can put that on an iPod, and that doesn't count. No, I think you have to actually say it. So I guess that kind of eats into your social life a little bit.
And then there's the wearing orange as well.
Particularly frustrating, I imagine, if you're in a cinema or a library. A little bit awkward there, you know, midway through.
Or you live next door to a bloke called Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Who constantly thinks you're calling him.
Yeah.
That probably.
Yeah. So that's in this. I mean, I don't think we've quite done the Hare Krishna faith. It's full service there, but so interesting to you. I mean, you got handed a plum. You've been treated well by them.
Yeah, well, but he couldn't tell. I just wanted to know how much time it would take up. What are the benefits? You know, what can you do? What can't you do?
Well, I think the benefits are they probably don't get stressed out. They've probably got that sort of that zen, that chi-ness about them, where they try and interact and
quite meditative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've got some nice trainers as well, don't they, with their orange.
What are you looking for then in a faith, Carl? You say what are the benefits? I mean, obviously Catholicism, you get the communion wine and bread, so.
Yeah, but I can afford that.
Right.
Probably just I like the Crusaders. I was forced into joining that as a kid because a mate sort of joined it, and he sort of said, "Are you joining?" I sort of swore at him. I said, "I'm not doing that." Right? Yeah. He said, "Right, if you don't come with me, I'll tell your mum that you just swore." So I was like, "Oh." So I went along, and I used to just go on a Friday when they played, you know, Subbuteo and stuff, and then I went on one Sunday, and it was totally different. There was no Subbuteo. There was no sort of, you know,
table tennis.
The thing where you hold a thing and knock things over. Skittles. There was all that on a Friday. Went on the Sunday, it was rubbish. He said, "Right, sit down in this room." He gave me a Bible. Thought, this looks too heavy, this is too big, I'm not interested in this book. And I never went again. I used to hide on a Sunday when they came round. And that's been the only situation.
I suddenly turn out to have to hide on a Sunday when they're coming round.
Because they wouldn't leave. They wouldn't leave.
Who was it? Were they adults?
It was sort of a. Well, he seemed like an adult to me at the time, but he was probably about. But do you know what I mean? He seemed a lot older when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And he came knocking and that, and he used to say to me, "Mum, I'll just tell him I'm ill or something." And they used to hang around to see if I'd eventually come out to play and that. And if I did, I think they would have grabbed me and took me there.
I love the idea that for you religion has to bring with it some kind of gift. It's like, join our faith and you get an alarm clock radio. It's like something like
I think religion does bring a gift. Usually, it's
the gift of the Lord.
Well, the gift of everlasting life, isn't it? And that's the problem with it, A lot of people believe in it because they think...
But for Carl, his feeling is like, that should be a given. That's safe. I'm definitely going home with eternal life. But what else can I have? Is there an
you have to
iPod?
have a religion, because obviously I don't have a religion, I don't miss it, and I wouldn't want one. I'm an atheist. And that's out of belief, that's out of logic. And we don't get into the politics or the morality of it. Why do you feel you need a religion? Why don't you just get a hobby?
Well, I didn't want one. I don't want one. I just was saying that, if I was to get one, which one would I go for? Is what I'm saying.
I'd like to see you perhaps as a Jew. I think Judaism would suit you well, I think.
What are the hours like for that?
Tough. It can be tricky.
That's what I mean. I don't want anything that's, And they have a day where they don't eat and stuff. I can't be doing that.
So they have days when they eat not too much?
Yeah, but what happens if I'm not that hungry that day? Like I say, I don't like change. I like my Cheerios in the morning.
I still have that other girl in my head by Elvis Costello and Burt Bacharach on this final XFM show, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington.
Well, we nearly got to wrap it up. I think we got to do the Rockbusters winner and give someone those lovely prizes. Monkey News, then we're out of here. We'll maybe come back, maybe do some Christmas specials.
I don't want to make any promises.
Right then, first one was Richard's kid. He cuts hair for a living.
Yeah, what's that?
That was try and work it out.
No, there's no point.
Dixon, yeah, he was a barber. Barbara Dixon, right? Dixon, well, again...
Barbara Dixon. Her name wasn't Barbara Dixon, was it?
So, that's that one.
Did Ronnie Corbett ever say, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Barbara Dixon?
The second one...
Never did.
I have a problem saying the French word for well. What's the French word for well?
Oh, that's good. What?
Yeah, that's good then.
Well, what?
Bien.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I have a problem saying it, so I can't say it. I can't say bien. I can't say bien. Can't say Kasabian. Right? So we managed to get that one out.
That's one of your worst, that.
Can't say bien. Can't say bien.
Can't say bien, it's not.
Yeah. And the last one.
That's terrible.
8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, plus 57 kebabs, times 27 kebabs. This fella is struggling working it out. What's the answer there? DS. Right? A Donna son, right? So he's struggling working it out. It's a Donna son, right? So they got that right as well. So
what was the answer?
Donna Summer.
Donna Summer.
Yeah, Donna Summer. So just pick.
So we went out on a high then.
Steve, just pick one.
We went out on a high.
That was shocking.
What about let's have a look.
Well, it's the first one to get all 3. Steve, what's the first one with all 3?
Well, there's so many here.
Yeah, but this is the first one that came through in time-wise.
That one,
no, I don't like Rob because he's been slagging us off. In fact, no, let's give it to Rob.
If he's the first.
No, to be honest with you, Rob's been slagging us off, but at least he knows. I mean, at least he's got some taste.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what if he was the first, then Rob's the winner?
We'll give Rob, he gets Ladder 49 and a bunch of other DVDs, but that means you go straight into the hat.
Putting him in there now.
I'm just going to write his name now, I'm going to throw that straight in the hat. I can imagine that no one, even the people who've entered, are that excited. Not because the prizes aren't great, but I'm worried that they don't appreciate it, Rick. Do you know, I get the feeling that our listeners, they just don't appreciate the fact that we've gone to all this trouble, we've got the Homer Simpson drawing and things like that. I just feel like these people don't deserve it. Do you know what, it's weird? I just wish we had a better quality of listener. People who listen to Radio 2, they deserve it. You know, they're elderly and infirm, some of them. It would really cheer them up. But our lot, you know, drug addicts, truck drivers. So I've just put all the names in the hat, all the previous winners from the previous weeks, and...
Is this Pilkey gonna put it out?
Do you want Pilkey or do you want Ricky?
Oh, well, let's have the shaved monkey do it.
Alright. Plunge your hand in there.
It's just... That's one, isn't it?
That's it, just pull that one out, check who it is.
Right, it's Gavin Thompson in Edinburgh.
Well done, Gav.
Are we going to get them up there?
That's not his problem! You got to post them, you got to pay. They're amazing prizes!
Yeah, but the Spinal Tap one, it's about 5 foot, isn't it?
Well, they can post it, it'll cost them a few quid. It's a radio station.
I think you should have to come and collect it. No, just because then it'll at least it'll prove
Where's he from?
Edinburgh.
Give it to Bob Geldof. I'll give it to Bob Geldof.
He's walking up there, so
He can look it.
XFM.
Chewing breaks. Fishing for a dream. That's what we're fishing for, isn't it? We're fishing for a dream today. What's that mean? I don't know. I don't know what I was talking about.
It doesn't matter what you're saying, Rick. No one's listening.
No one's listening. Well, we've got to finish anyway.
Think about the fact that think how small our percentage of listeners is anyway.
And then you two are on stage at the moment.
This is like broadcasting during Christmas dinner. This is the same. It's just
on hospital radio.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Where everyone's got an iPod for Christmas.
Yeah. On the ward.
yeah. Well, we've just got. We're going to go through. We're going to go through now till 5:30, and I've got to rush off, I'm afraid, to Live 8.
Don't apologise, mate. When people see the glam that you're bringing to that event,
they don't even care about the people introducing it. Comedians going, ladies and gentlemen, just get on with it.
No, I agree.
No, I've got a good joint here. 2 blokes will get on with it. Bring on Madonna. But we're going to give it to them. Carl, we're going to go through to the end. We've done everything we have to do. Monkey news. The final monkey news of the year, possibly. It's been a joy, I'd like to say, on behalf of myself, Steve Merchant, and this little bald mank. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, speak for yourself. If you miss Rockbusters while we're away... Yeah, right. You can log on to xfm.co.uk/Rockbusters, where you can actually see Carl himself introducing you to an interactive game of Rockbusters.
Looks very much like Blockbusters.
It does, surprisingly. But yeah, you can join into that.
And there's also talking of monkey news. There's a link on the website. I'm trying to think where you go. I think if you go on my little biography bit, someone's done some animation to some old monkey news.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have withdrawal symptoms of monkey news, then you can find some classic.
And it's animated, classic monkey
I
news.
feel drained today.
Do you?
Go on.
This is the strangest radio show in the world.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we can do that. We can talk about this and go, oh, I feel drained today. Just like he's not. Like no one's listening, because that's the sort of thing you say socially and no one listens. Like just when you're watching that, oh, I feel drained today. It's rhetorical. You're not expecting anyone, not even your loved ones, to go, oh really? They just go, oh, that. But to do it live on air, no one's listening.
What I mean is just give us a jingle.
But the
exactly. But the truth is, the contempt we have for our poor listeners is unbelievable.
The listeners aren't listening, and we don't want to be here. So it really is one of the most pointless things ever.
No, I would have been quite happy to do a full show.
But you know what?
The flow of it's just...
I would love to listen to this back in 10 years. This actual show, let's keep this forever. Let's keep this show forever. The show, we went early, we were bored. It was a day we were trying to save Africa, but we're a little bit annoyed that no one's listening. Yeah, right, once and for all, the final monkey news of the year.
Oh, go on.
What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, if you're not into a Live 8 and you're gay, you're not listening. Because you're on a walk.
Right, okay. Right. Oh, chimpanzee that! Monkey news!
Right, there's this card game going on. Right? in a big hotel in Vegas.
Right.
The Luxor Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's a major card game. All the big players and that were involved. Right? They're all invited. Anyway, so they all meet up in this dark room at the back of the...
Oh, there we go, dark room. But hairy fella. So it was brilliant at poker.
So it's a big game and that everyone's been waiting for it. So it's played in the back room, not in the main entrance bit, right? So anyway, like I say, it's dark in there and what have you, and the players went in. There was already someone sat in there, right?
Right.
But they couldn't quite see
Was he
him.
a short, hairy bloke with slightly longer arms and legs?
Couldn't see him.
Were
because
his arms slightly longer than his legs,
couldn't see
strangely
him
enough?
being dark.
Was he
and whatever.
holding his hand of cards with his feet?
Anyway. So the cards were dealt, right? Cards were dealt, game was going on.
His cards with his feet!
Game went on for hours, right?
The terrible thing is, but not even we're listening to Carl now. Literally no one is listening to Carl.
There was a lot of smoking going on.
What's going on?
A lot of eating and nuts going on. That was a bit weird because they don't normally get through as many, but for this night. So, come on, let's just play Bruce.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you maybe Christmas time.
The Ricky Gervais Show on Guardian Unlimited.
You're listening to Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington. Now, you probably know me from such works as The Office and Extras, Stephen being my co-writer and co-director on those things. For those people who are not so aware of Carl Pilkington, he was our producer, sort of given to us when we first started on XFM, and you're thinking, well, why are we doing a podcast? Why are we doing a podcast for no money?
Is there no money?
No, it's free, innit? It's free download. But this is what I'm here to answer. It's because I like to be in a room with Carl Pilkington. You know, like some people go and help sort of chimps.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, they go to the jungles and things.
And help out little sort of endangered
Diane
species.
Fossey or whatever.
Exactly.
You're very much the Diane Fossey of the Manchester scene.
Of the little bald mank world. And Carl Pilkington is an ongoing experiment for me because I've seen him blossom from an idiot into an imbecile. And I want to see it through. Look at the way he's looking at us through the glass. Look at that. He's got a perfectly round head. And that's why I'm doing this podcast, or bodcast, as I'm going to call it in his honour. Little round-headed bod-type freak.
If you're not familiar with Bod, we can maybe put up a picture of Bod, the popular cartoon kids character.
Go to rickygervais.com and you will see a picture of Carl and a picture of Bod.
And you draw your own conclusions as to the likeness.
Carl, what do you think about all this?
That's alright.
Are you excited by this new technology?
What? Podcasts?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, I mean, we are living in that sort of era now, aren't we? Like, you need to be able to listen to stuff on demand when you want it and stuff.
I know you're not a fan of the iPod in general, are you, or any of the MP3 things? You're concerned.
I'm warming to it, but
this is what's amazing about Carl. Even though he's talking about things like MP3 players, computers, iPods, he sounds like he was found in a glacier and thawed out. Do you know what I mean? And sort of taught to speak.
We're a couple of high school guys who found him, and we're trying to ingratiate him in the gang, trying to pass him off as someone from the modern day.
But my thing with iPods is, now, do we need them? Do you know what I mean? We're living in that era now where we have invented most of the stuff that we need, and now we're just messing about.
They said that in 1900. Someone actually said everything that's to be invented has already been invented. They said that in 1900, and how wrong were they?
No, but what came out? At what point? What was invented in that year where they went, right, that's it now? What did they invent in 1900 that made them go, we've done it all now?
Well, just think a little bit, right? The 20th century. Think what happened in the 20th century.
Go on.
Well, cars, planes.
Yeah, but is that a good thing? Planes and that. Do you need a plane, really? Wouldn't it have been better if we all stuck where we should be instead of travelling about? War. Well, look, war's happening, isn't it? Because everyone's saying, well, now we can fly, we'll go over there.
So there were no wars prior to the invention of the aeroplane?
Not like there is today. But the world's got smaller on it, everyone's saying that, right? Yeah. You know, the way I was saying to you the other day, you know, we now go to places where we shouldn't go. People go on holiday to places where you've got to have an injection before you go there. Yeah. Forget it then. That's a warning. Don't go there.
I'm with you on that. I don't want to enter a country where I have to have an injection to stop me from dying while I'm in that country. Right, I totally agree with you on that.
So what happened is, so they invented the plane and it's like, oh, let's go on holiday, and then they go, oh, they die now. Oh, well, you've got to invent something, let's invent an injection. And then it's like, right, well, what else do we need to go to that place? There's a lot of faffing. So what I'm saying is,
Is that a place? A lot of faffing.
what I'm saying is, you know, Steve's travelled more than I have. You've been to like dangerous places.
I've been to places where you need injections, yeah.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's fascinating, isn't it? You know, do you not believe in that idea of travel broadens the mind? You know, it makes you experience other ways of life, other ways of thinking. It just enriches you as a human being. That's the whole reason people go